Hello, hello, and welcome back to another lesson. In this one, we're going to be looking at Pearl Jam's Severed Hand off their self-titled or Avocado album, voted for by all these lovely patrons. We had a vote last month, I think it was, and this one won. So we're going to go through it, and we're going to go through it in some detail as well. So strap in, this should be fun. We're going to start off with that little reverse intro section, because I wasn't sure if there was some sort of reverse reverb or delay or something like that on there. There isn't. They've played the chord sequence backwards, and then they've literally just reversed that whole little section. But there's two guitar parts that are playing, and basically one guitar is playing this. That's that huge sweepy bit that you hear, and there's another one at the end. It's just a downward stroked C chord. And then the other guitar part is up here playing. And then that comes in again, right? Now we're going to recreate it. I've already put that part into my looper, so let me press play and I will play the other part along with it, and then we'll reverse it and see what happens. So that's the intro part, and it sounds like this reversed. Which is pretty awesome. So let's dive in and have a closer look to the parts. Live, they do actually recreate that kind of intro part, and Eddie plays these chords. Round like that, right? Which is a D chord, but played up on the 14th fret, an octave above, right? Then you're going to go to a G chord, but played on the 15th fret. Then you've got this B flat chord, which is basically 13th fret, 0, 0, 15, 15, and then a C add 9. But he's doing this using his fingers, he's just plucking at the strings. I don't know if he's playing the root every time. I would just go like that. Now live, Stone comes in with just accentuating the chords, but an octave lower, right? So a D, a G, B flat, C add 9. Again, up to you what you want to do, but I would just start this off with and then you stay on that for the next riff, okay? Now over the top of that, Mike is just playing some single note stuff, which goes like this. And then the second time. So that's pretty straightforward stuff, I'm not going to labour that. Then we go into the verse riff, which goes like this. Plays that round a load of times, right? But Stone generally plays that. And you can either play a power chord or just the fifth, right? I think they're just playing 5 chords there, to be honest, but up to you which you put in. So that riff's pretty straightforward. You're going to do a slide and then 3 more. 4 whackers, then a C to a G. Okay. And to speed. Alright, like that. Now, on the album version you will hear... You'll hear that, right? Which is basically a D chord shape, but on the 7th fret, slid up to the 9th. Which is what Mike's playing, I think. Alright, I think live he actually plays along with Stone. Then there's a kind of pre-chorus section which goes like back into the verse riff. That goes like this. And then... Alright, so you've got 2, 3, 4... Alright, so that is just D to an F. Played like that. Live, he actually just goes to a normal D. And a normal F, right? But on the album version, I hear that open G. I don't think Mike's playing anything there, but when Stone goes back to... Mike plays this. Alright, so that is just part of an A major chord. 7, 6, 5 with the open A, and then you slide it down 2 frets like that. So that slowly 3, 4. Chorus riff is awesome. Both Mike and Stone play very similar things in this, but Mike does veer off a little towards the end on the 3rd time round. Stone though, into that. So all that's happening there is this. That is a D chord, D power chord. I'm using my little finger on the 7th fret. So then all I do is I slide my first finger down 1 fret and then bring my 3rd finger onto the 6th fret on the G string. Then C to G. That's the same, the 1st and the 3rd time, right? The 2nd time goes... That exact same thing happens down 2 frets. Okay, so you've got C to G. Alright, and then the 3rd time is the same as the 1st. Then to an F. And then you play, I think it's the 5th fret. I think that's what I hear. So it's... Live, I've heard Stone play the open E there, but I don't hear that on the album. So, I mean, you could do either. So that would be... Like that. So Mike's part, first 2 times are exactly the same. On the 3rd time he branches off into... Okay, that again. That note there. While Stone's doing that build-up part. Now then Mike comes in with some harmonics, some natural harmonics. So I'm going to add a little bit more gain. So So you can get a bit more of those harmonics sounding. Now Mike does eventually settle into a pattern with this, but before he does, he plays a load of harmonics on the 5th fret on the G string, and then a few on the 7th fret on the D. So that would be 1, 2, 3. So he plays that basically before he then goes, which is the beginning of the phrase. So the actual phrase is, and that's what he plays over the verse, right? But let me just go through the other part slowly. So you're going to have, on the 4th beat, you do 4. Then you do another 4 beats worth, okay? So 5 beats in total. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, that was 5 beats. And then you're going to do... And he actually frets that note. And there's a little rest. And then he finishes that bar with 8 more. So slowly that part would be 2, 3... And then you have, which is 1 on the 5th fret, 5 on the 7. And then again. Till the end of the bar, right? And the pattern that repeats around is. So just play that a bit slowly and then build it up. The tricky bit there is to play really lightly for the harmonic. Alright? And then remember, once you've fretted that note, with a little slide on the 7th fret on the D, to go back to playing lightly again. So once you do that, all good. Another mic fill when you go into that bit, Mike plays. And he repeats that round twice. It's just a bend, full bend on the 7th fret on the G. Same again. And that's just 5th fret with a slide to the 7th. Pretty straightforward stuff. Then to go into the middle 8, we go to the F chord again. So just an F power chord for 2 bars, and then an open E chord, okay? Then we're into the middle 8, which is some lovely chords, and I've turned the gain down a little bit, and we've got this. That's the first time. Second time it goes. And then you're into this first time again. With some strumming, and then... Alright, so let's go through those chords slowly. You've got an A minor. Then you just move your second finger onto the F sharp, right, onto the 2nd fret on the low E. And also the A string's muted there. I think it's like a D7 chord with F sharp in the bass. An inversion anyway. Then a G chord. And an E chord. That's the first and the third time. Second time goes. But then you just do a bar of F to a bar of E. And the last time is with some strumming. Then you have the solo. I haven't worked out the solo. If you want that, let me know. comment below. And the outro part's cool, it goes. Round that, okay? So you've got an F chord for 1 bar, B, and then an open E. Okay? And that, folks, is it.